January 27th, 2017. Just 7 days into office, President Donald Trump imposed an executive order blocking who is allowed to enter and exit the United States of America. Trump's executive order, protecting the nation from foreign terrorist entry into the United States, prohibited people from Iran, Iraq, Syria, Sudan, Somalia, Libya, and Yemen from entering America for 90 days. The travel ban also put a 3-month hold on United States refugee admittance and indefinitely prohibited Syrian refugees from entering the United States. Hundreds of travelers were detained, and upwards of 50,000 United States visas were revoked. President Trump's executive order is frequently referred to as a Muslim ban because the 7 countries denied entry to America have majority Muslim populations.
At home and around the world, travelers not allowed to board flights bound for the U.S., some including children detained upon landing. Others pulled off airplanes before takeoff, like this family in Cairo. Now returning to Iraq, Fuad Sharif had received a visa because he'd risked his life working with the U.S. government.
This report examines the executive order issued by Trump, known as the travel ban, through analysis of sources from both the New York Times and the Tribune, from January 27, 2017 until February 4, 2017. Focusing on the frame of American morality and its implications. In this research, moral values are used to explain what America is and how Americans should act. American values are the general and abstract ideas many Americans have about what is good as opposed to what is bad. In the United States, patriotism acts as a moral guideline for people to devote themselves to the land of the free. This loyalty to America and depiction of American character seems to be a deciding factor if one is American or un-American. Americans are people with a strong moral compass. Americans should defend their country. Americans care about freedom and liberty. Patriotism is used to express discontent or content with the travel ban. Within both the New York Times and the Tribune, American values and patriotism were found to be prominent codes. In fact, 68% of New York Times articles received the secondary code American Values, and 76% of Tribune articles were focused on patriotism. A majority of both of our news sources framed American values or patriotism as a rationale for opposing the ban. This was often portrayed through liberty, diversity, the importance of family, and the significance of immigrants emulating what it means to be truly American. Lawyers, citizens, diplomats, business owners, and members of Congress expressed that the order did not stand with American values and uphold the morals an honest American should have.
Trump issued an executive order that strikes at the very heart of our democracy. I wish that I were exaggerating. I wish that this were some sort of a game, but the ban that imposes religious tests and keeps refugees and immigrants from entering our country is illegal. It is unconstitutional. It is immoral.
The framing of this event encouraged cognitive and behavioral change. Specifically, it implored Americans to change their behavior if they identify as patriotic or appreciate American values, through marching, protesting, or sending letters to political leaders. Journalists often parallel the travel ban objections with protests, implying that through utilizing the tools of democracy, one is able to voice their opinion and fight for change. There were similar implications for both anti-ban and pro-ban groups, and that they both felt encouraged to take action steps to defend democracy.
President Trump executive order on immigration does not represent the American values. The order is very un-American.
Only 2 New York Times articles and 1 Tribune article used American values as a way to defend the ban. Such news articles contain a story about people using the moral ideologies of patriotism as a means of defending the travel ban.
Alex Nowrasteh of the Cato Institute, a conservative think tank, has tallied the number of Americans killed by citizens of the 7 countries banned from 1975 to 2015. They are as follows: from Iraq, 0. From Iran, 0. From Syria, 0. From Yemen, 0. From Libya, 0. From Somalia, 0. And from Sudan, you guessed it, 0.
In this case, patriotism reflects the conservative mission to defend and protect our nation from immigration and Muslim terrorists.
So the Democrats want open borders. Let everybody come in.
Let everybody pour in. We don't care. Let them come in from the Middle East. Let them come in from all over the place. We don't care. We're not going to let it happen.
Those who defended the travel ban also used their right to protest and speak out about their concerns for America. For those in support of the ban, American values and patriotism were portrayed through patriotic sentiment, protection of our borders, and fear of migrants. A further implication is reflected through Trump directly connecting terrorism to the second most popular religion in the world. This association is fear-mongering, leading the U.S. people to be further afraid of Muslims. The implication of such Islamophobic rhetoric is that it perpetuates a cycle of discrimination, exclusion, and fear of Muslim people. The more America uses patriotism to drive anti-Muslim rhetoric in its laws and media, the more people will violently target Muslims.
I suppose it's what has explained so much of Donald Trump's political career, the exploitation of fear.